It's now my pleasure to kick off our lineup with Erin Rose and Matthew Attou of Every 2 Minutes.
Hi, my name is Erin Rose, and I am the founder and CEO of Every 2 Minutes. And we create technology to help combat gender-based violence. And our first product is called My Sidekick, which is a web-based interface that engages college students through a mobile app to combat sexual violence on their campus.
Hello, I'm Matthew Attou, CTO of Every 2 Minutes. I recently moved back to Michigan after 10 years on the West Coast, doing time at companies like IBM, General Electric. I'm also the founder of XR Design Studios in Detroit.
And this is My Sidekick. This is our product, what we'll be talking about today. So let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? What was my $16,000 mistake? Well, to put it simply, when I was ready to build my MVP, instead of bringing in a technology co-founder, what I did is hired an outside development company. And this, in its essence, is what we were going to talk about today, is that is very important as a non-technological person like myself to bring in a technology co-founder instead of a development company. So what happened? Well, when I got done with my customer discovery, I knew I had to find a way to get this developed, not being a developer. And so I received this advice, and I want to clarify that none of this advice that I received came from the Ann Arbor community, and definitely not Ann Arbor Spark. So the first thing I was told was to find 3 development companies and get a quote from each one of them. The second was, and I heard this actually the most, was learn to code, which is absurd. And finally, I had maybe 1 or 2 people say, hey, you should bring in a technology co-founder, like Matthew. But that was the end of the sentence. That was it. They didn't explain to me why that is important, which we're going to address today. And they didn't tell me where to find them. I'm not a technology person. Where do they hang out? Where do they mingle? I didn't know. So what I did is I hired a dev shop. The owner is from here in Michigan. And like most development companies, they outsource overseas that development of the actual app. And what he told me at this time last year in June of 2018 is that it was going to take me 12 weeks for them to build this custom app. Well, fast forward to February of this year, I fired them. Fortunately, I had found Matthew, brought him on board. We had transitioned over to him. And what happened, what we got when we looked under the hood was there wasn't any security. It looked like the MVP was supposed to. The buttons worked, it looked right, but there was no security. And our target audience, who we sell to, are universities and colleges. And we're collecting all kinds of data about these college students. And it is imperative that we have top-of-the-line security, not just industry standard, but the best security we can provide. And that's what Matthew fixed.
Okay, so I want to start with why this path is much harder. Misconceptions from founders that I have seen is, I know what my users want, I just need someone to build that MVP. And what founders don't realize is how many iterations you're actually going to go through before getting any kind of traction or product market fit. And those iterations are often very costly. Second, it can't be that hard. It's just like Instagram. Yeah, that's pretty common. Apps like Instagram, Uber, Facebook have awesome user experience. They're super simple to use. But if you look behind the scenes, they really are marvels of software engineering. So let's talk about the importance of a technology co-founder. First, someone to push back and challenge your assumptions.
And he does.
Dev shops are a business. They're there to build what you ask them to build. A good technology co-founder will push back on your ideas that they think will take a long time to build or that might not bring immediate value to the market. Second, the user's best interest in every line of code written. And this really stems from having ownership of the technical side of the product, meeting with users face-to-face, and listening to their feedback. Those things create a deeper connection to your customer, and that deeper connection is reflected then in the product itself. So, where to find a technology co-founder? Let's try something. If you're a developer in the room, raise your hands.
Wow, we have a lot.
All right.
Excellent.
Oh, here, me too. If you're not a developer, raise your hands. Okay, you all need to hang out after this.
Yep.
Like, just talk. Just hang out.
See what we did there?
Another great one I heard mention of hackathons. Hackathons, you don't have to be technical. You don't have to be an engineer or developer. A lot of people go there with just ideas. It's all about creativity and innovation combined in a weekend. Another good one, programming language meetups. So searching meetup for keywords like iOS, AWS, all these buzzwords. Pitch events, startup weekend, and then cold on LinkedIn.
So we want to leave you with some takeaways, some next steps. And the first is a YouTube video from Michael Steibel. He's the CEO and partner of Y Combinator. And you can go into YouTube and and search, should I use a dev shop? He has amazing industry experience. If you don't believe us, he will convince you. And it's exactly about this subject that we're going over today. Where to find technical people? StartupDetroit.co, Eventbrite, DetroitMeetups.com, Meetup.com, and BumbleBiz. Bumble, like the dating app you're familiar with, they have a networking portion. You don't have to have a dating profile to do this. And just to clarify, I'm married, so it was kind of important. I made sure I didn't have a dating profile. So I found one of our interns she's a senior at the University of Michigan, a recent graduate from the U of M who is working on UX with us, and another developer just from BumbleBiz. So in closing, we are going to be over at First National during Tech Track today from 3 to 7. I was told that we're about 3 tables over from Ann Arbor Distillery, so I have a feeling a lot of you will probably go visit them. Once you're done, make your way over to us. And you can do a live interactive demonstration with my sidekick. You can learn more about our company, ask us questions. And then after today, if you'd like to get a hold of us, our email address is hello@every2min.com. That's our general email. And also please visit our website at mysidekickapp.io. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.